teacher. Chalk in hand, he's on a mission, shaping dreams with precision. Joseph, the English teacher, the best teacher.
Hi everyone, welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. And today we're going to take a little look back in time at a story from the past. Let me show you. Right, now you may remember last week you and I looked at the Notting Hill Carnival. And this is a look back to 1976, the 30th of August, when the Notting Hill Carnival ended in a riot. Now, for those of you who don't know, a riot is when people try to create a problem, usually by violence or fighting against the police. The Notting Hill Carnival is these days a largely peaceful carnival, but in the past it wasn't always like that. The Notting Hill Carnival is there to celebrate the black people from the Caribbean who live here in the UK. Historically, it's not been an easy journey for them to win the respect of the authorities. And we're going to read about one event. But before we do that, I just want to explain about the word carnival. Many of you may be puzzled because you have your carnival before the start of the 40 days before Easter. Usually the carnival comes and then the fasting begins. That's when you don't eat something for the 40 days. I mean, largely we ignore it, but the carnival, carne, meaning meat, of course, and vale is Latin, I think, for leave, to leave the meat. So the word gives us some kind of a hint as to what the original carnivals were for. The carnivals in Brazil, Italy, and other parts of the world often are still around the 40 days of the time before Easter. But these days, here in the UK and in English generally, a carnival is any street parade, which happens at any point of the year. Right, let's read. So, Notting Hill Carnival ends in riots from 1976. More than 100 police officers had to be taken to hospital after clashes at the Notting Hill Carnival in West London. Most were released after treatment, but at least 26 have been detained overnight for observation or further treatment. Now remember, you can shadow with me. You don't have to understand the words, just try to imitate my voice. Around 60 carnival goers also needed hospital treatment after the clashes, which led to the arrest of at least 66 people. The trouble is believed to have started after police tried to arrest a pickpocket near Portobello Road on the main carnival route. Several black youths went to the pickpocket's aid, and within minutes, the disturbance escalated. So it looks like somebody tried to steal something from somebody else. A pickpocket is someone who comes along and picks something from your pocket. And he did that. The police tried to arrest the man, and several black young people went to help him. And next thing, there was a disturbance. The police were attacked with stones and other missiles. So I'm reading here from the left-hand column. It says several black youths went to the pickpocket's aid, and within minutes the disturbance escalated. The police were attacked with stones and other missiles. They armed themselves, so to arm is when you get a weapon, ready to use it, with dustbin lids, milk crates, and wire fencing, and charged the rioters. So I don't know who's arming themselves there. It says the police were attacked. They armed themselves with dustbin lids, milk crates, and wire fencing, and charged the rioters. So it looks like the police armed themselves with these things. So that's interesting, isn't it? And then somebody here said that this was supposed to be about fun and love, not violence. Yeah, the Notting Hill Carnival is known for sometimes creating these kinds of things. It says here in the context box, in a subsequent trial, 17 black youths faced 79 charges. However, only 2 were convicted of carnival-related offences after the court case, which cost a record £250,000. Now, the next part is interesting. It says sporadic violence continued to mar, that is to stop or slow down, what is the largest street festival in Europe that began in 1964 with a street party to celebrate Caribbean culture in West London. The 1990s were relatively peaceful, but in 2000 there were 2 murders during the carnival. The London district of Notting Hill had a history of racial problems. In 1958, it was the scene of race riots instigated by the fascist British Union, whose teddy boys clashed with local black people. Relations between the black community and police had also been problematic over the years. Yeah, and that's something which continues today. From time to time, the police are accused of failing in protecting young black people. It's a very difficult thing, but as you can see here, there is still a problem, even though the UK is perhaps one of the most free and democratic police force there is. Now, this is from 1976, I think. So let me just play this. I'm not sure you're going to get the audio, but let me play it anyway. Oh, look, you couldn't find that page. Oh, that's convenient, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to play it for you. No, I can't. It says, sorry, the page is not there. Anyway, just to end, these are other stories from the 30th of August in other years. 1980, Polish workers win trade union rights. 1982, a leader forced from Beirut. 2001, Milosevic to face genocide charges. And 1968, Princess Marina laid to rest. Princess Marina, who's she? Oh, it looks like she was a cousin of our queen, or at least she was involved with our royals somewhere. Oh, interesting. Yes, yes. She'd been born into the Greek royal family. Oh, interesting. All right, then. Well, anyway, that's the story about the Notting Hill Carnival. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let's talk soon. See you. Bye.